Good evening, villagers. How are you all doing on this Thursday? I am doing well. If you don't know, I am Star Armstrong, the founder of Clever Communities in Action. And it's been a busy and exciting day. It's been a wet one, not the most sunshiniest of days, but it's still a bright day, great day to be alive out here. I've been doing my playlist of all the rain songs today. I like to do that all the time because it's raining. I have an arsenal of songs with rain in them. But I know I am ready to get this literacy train going tonight. What about you, Rodney? How are you doing on this Thursday?
I'm doing fine. A little congested, but other than that, I'm fine. So what are you doing? Did you go outside in the rain? What else did you have on your rain soundtrack?
It was raining men.
Okay, I'm gonna let that one go.
And I stood the rain. I can stand the rain. Oh gosh, it's so many rain songs that I was
Yeah.
listening to. I had to hit. I don't know if you're gonna know this one, but I had my Raekwon "Rainy Days." I hit across
Okay.
genres of music and all of that. But I run that. I might post some of them on my page tonight if it's
Okay.
still
Did you
raining.
did you get the gospel? It's gonna rain. Did you get that going?
Go. I did not, but I do know that my Alabama roots. I definitely know that one.
Well,
See,
there's
y'all you stop me with
you
a
know
rain. Wish it would rain.
there's a acapella group called the Persuasions, so they have a acapella version of "It's Gonna Rain." That's real nice. So
Okay. Now
mhm.
I may not know all the people who did the song, but I know the songs. I don't think you can hit me with a rain song that I don't know. We have Miss Keisha here. Good evening. How are you doing? I hope you and Shania are doing well. Great to have you all here, and great to have everybody who is tuned in. I want to say this to you all. We are cooking up something good, okay? We are cooking up something real delightful for you guys. So, I know you're used to this format, and this is a great format, but we have some exciting things in store for you all. So make sure you don't go anywhere because it gets real exciting soon, okay? We are working diligently to bring the fall season of programming that we have coming up, and we're super excited about that. And it's very meaningful to us as to what we are going to be presenting to you. So we're on countdown. We are on countdown, okay? Because it goes down in October. Yes, yes. Are you excited about the new season, Rodney?
Yeah, and I don't want to tip it off, but I will tell the literacy gang that Miss Star's working hard. I can tell you that. She's trying to work me hard. Y'all see my eyes.
I'm not trying. I am.
She is, but she's doing it all and wearing her mask and keeping us socially distant, but also is determined to make sure that as she said, it's the founder of Clever Communities in Action, that she stays true to her mission. She is dedicated to making sure that our young children are successful readers and love reading and are surrounded by a village of readers. So I give her great props. I say that to you directly. I give you great props for your determination in that mission because you are committed to it. That is for sure.
I appreciate it. Got to be committed to, you got to stay on the mission, got to stay on task. So that's what I'm here for. Y'all can count on me. In the immortal words of MJ, you are not alone. I am here for you. Okay. And the interesting thing now, Rodney, is it's starting to be nighttime again. When we do our show, we had a nice little time where it was like, ooh, the sun is still shining. I feel like, I need to be at the beach or something right now. But yeah, it's nighttime again. You guys, the fall is next week, doesn't it come in next week? Like the 22nd, I think.
Is that right? Is it that soon?
Yeah, because I look it up every year.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah.
I thought that it came in October, so I forget every year. But this year, when I looked it up, it was like it's the 20 something. So
Yeah.
fall is upon us. I know something that I get joked about all the time. You know, I love the fall. I love the fall colors. I chase fall colors, and I get joked because I'm a Black person who likes to smell and taste the pumpkin spice. But you know, whatever.
I don't understand why. I just think we must be away from our roots. I mean, I thought that's what Black people did. I thought pumpkins and sweet potatoes and yams and pies. I mean, maybe it's the difference between folks that have grown up near some land and have actually gotten their hands in the dirt versus folks that might have grown up in the concrete jungle. I don't know, but
I don't know, but I'm a part of the Blacks for Pumpkin Spice crew. Now, I'll say I'm not talking about coffee or anything, because a little unknown fact about me is I've never had coffee a day in my life. But I do like pumpkin spice treats, pumpkin spice smells, all of that good stuff. I definitely enjoy that. And so people like to ridicule us melanated people who enjoy pumpkin spice. I know how to do pumpkin spice as well. Okay,
that might just be some of the melanated people that you know. So
there's a whole movement on the internet. Like, no, that's where I know it from. Like, I Google Blacks for Pumpkin Spice, and you'll see. That's where I found out that there was not a lot of love for us. But anyway, I have some lovely people in the house, so I want to go. I see that you put them up there. I want to acknowledge
roll back through.
We have Myron Campbell. Hey, author Myron Campbell in the house. How you doing, author Myron Campbell? So good to see you here. Thanks for tuning in. Don't you go anywhere, because we're going to be reading some great books tonight. And if you have some Black children's literature, then you need to get with us and let us know so you can come up here and read your books to everybody, because we have our new season coming and we would love to have you. We have Quentin Taylor Garcia Sr. here, and he said, "What's cooking? Pumpkin spice pies." Miss Keisha is giving me a clap, and she said I better sing. So that was my, toned down version, because y'all, I have a golden microphone, okay? And it goes down when I pull that golden microphone out. I just recently got it. I haven't named it yet, but I got to get a good feel of it or whatever. But I just gave y'all a little bit. Y'all not ready yet for me to go all the way in with that, okay? We have George. He says, "I want to guest star on the new season as a mascot. I just bought a panda suit." The literacy bear. I can't.
We're gonna hook George up with J. Cox Elementary School, since they are the panda.
Him. And we have Miss Tony. Hello, how are you doing? Glad to have you here. We have Alvis. Hello, great.
I've known Alvis for almost been 25, 30 years. We went to Hampton together.
Okay, the bond is real. I love it. That HBCU bond. Quinn says pumpkin spice season is coming up. Yes, it is. Unite for pumpkin spice. Okay.
Don't forget the pumpkin donuts now.
I'll try it.
Oh yeah, you got to get a pumpkin spice donut.
I'll try it. You said don't?
Donut.
Oh, you said try it. Do or don't try it.
Pumpkin spice donut.
I'm all in. Yeah. So Myron said, absolutely. We would love to have you guys up here. So we are going to get into our readings tonight. But I know that after we read, we want you guys to stay around and talk to us. If you have children, grandchildren, neighbors, if any of your children have children in school, tell us about how everything is going with this virtual learning situation. If you've seen challenges, if you know some hacks, if somebody you know or you have found out something that you think could be helpful to somebody, if you just need to vent, a positive vent, we're not going to accuse anybody or tear anybody down or anything, because we're in unprecedented times. But, whatever it is that you have to offer about this virtual schooling that we have going on, or, if there's anything going on in the community that you guys feel you want to talk about, literacy related or just the community at large, stick around and let us know. And definitely stick around and let us know what you think about our book selections tonight. So who's going to be the first reader tonight? Is it going to be you or is it going to be me?
Ladies first.
Ooh, ladies first. Ladies first. Okay, I definitely can go first. I have no problems with that. So as we're going into our new season, I'm not telling a lot of things here, but this title, and you may see this one again, we rise, we resist, we raise voices. So, we are all about culturally affirming literature, okay? So this is literature that helps our children to learn about who they are, to learn about their place in the world, to learn about people who look like them and the contributions that they made, and for people to understand that Black history is world history, that Black history is United States history, that Black history has affected everything around us, and to tell the truth and to tell history in truthful ways. So I'm all about these people who were resistors, the people who don't get spoken of a lot, okay? Now, in this book, there are some different, I actually just got this today. It came in the mail today. So I haven't been able to thoroughly go through it, but I think there are some authors in here who are talking about resistance and doing some poetry and different things. So the first one that I'm going to read tonight is by one of our favorite authors, Miss Kelly Starling Lyons. And she actually just dropped a book. A lot of great literature has come out in this season. She dropped a book called Times Travels, and the main character is a little Black boy, and it's an early reader. And you guys definitely want to get on that. You'll see that here later in our season, but it's called Times Travels, and it's by Kelly Starling Lyons. And I'm going to do to Rodney what he likes to do to me, and I'm not going to take him off the screen while I read. I'm going to let him stay up here with me. He's always going to break it. He doesn't like to allow me to snack on my pecans while he's reading, so I don't have any pecans today, so we're going to be up here together, all right? So for the first one, again, this one is called We Rise, We Resist, We Raise Our Voices. And this piece is by Miss Kelly Starling Lyons, all right? So the world feels upside down sometimes, like a twisted house of mirrors where people in charge are bullies, where protesters of racism are pummeled, where being who you are can put your life on the line. What do you do with the worry, the hurt, the rage? We turn it into something bigger than us. We turn it into change. Together we are a mountain no one can destroy. Having faith does not mean we are fearless. It means we believe and press on toward love, toward equality, toward a safer, stronger future. We press on and stay true to what we know is right. Throughout history, kids like you were right there with picket signs and petitions, with heart and humility, with bravery and brilliance. They changed this world for the better, and you will too. Tell your story. Tell anyone who will listen. Tell to hear it yourself. You matter. You matter. You matter. The drumbeat of hope will always drown out howls of hate. Can you hear it? Can you feel it? Say it with me and believe. Say, I matter. I matter. I matter. Beautiful you, I am in awe of all you are and who you will be. When you feel angry or afraid, remember what you hold inside: kindness, courage, compassion, the power of people who made a way out of no way, who persevered and toppled injustice. They live in you always. March to the drumbeat of hope. March and know that you are never alone. Standing up and speaking out, pressing for justice, having each other's backs, we will create change. And that again is a powerful message by Miss Kelly Starling Lyons. All right, young people and not so young people, all of us, we are in this together. We matter, and we have, powerful people who came before us and paved the way. What a unique thing about our story, what a beautiful thing about our existence, how it's so interconnected, interwoven, and how it's like we are running this relay race. And, we pick up that baton and we carry on, we get stronger, and then we are ready to pass that baton. And we want to make sure that we are building that generation up behind us and that they know that they matter, that our babies matter. And if we need to dip back in sometimes and remind ourselves that we matter and that we all have a part to play. Again, that was beautiful by Miss Kelly Starling Lyons. Yes, yes. All right, Jordan. So we can go back and forth. How about we do that tonight to switch up the flavor, okay?
Okay, that'll work.
With you as well. I'm fair, so I'll hang out with you and we can just be like Aaliyah. We can go back, forth and forth, or like cameo, back, forth and forth. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
All right. Oh, no, I won't use some of my cameo sayings. Anyway, I'm going to.
Strange.
All right, don't start talking out the side of your neck now. But you do have that sparkle in your eyes, so I appreciate that. So I'm going to share a little from the Kids Book of Wisdom, and this is compiled by Cheryl and Wade Hudson, quotes from the African American tradition. And it's described as your grandmother's words, your mom and dad's words. We all seem to know the old sayings, but never stop to think about where they came from or who said them first. Sometimes we even repeat the words without knowing what they mean. This is a collection of those wise words and more. There's information about the origins of the sayings, as well as the chance to check out the virtues that were probably the reasons the sayings keep getting passed down from generation to generation. And we're pretty sure there are quite a few more generations to go. An excellent book by young readers. And so, literally, this is, as described, is a Kids Book of Wisdom. And so we're going to share a little bit. As you can see in the table of contents, there are a lot of different sections. I'm not going to read them all, obviously, but there's a section on ambition, cooperation, courage and strength, creativity and imagination, discipline, friends and family, independence and self-determination, kindness and love, knowledge and wisdom, loyalty, patience, responsibility, trust work, wisdom for parents, and even principles of Kwanzaa. So let's take a look and see what they have under cooperation. So first it begins with cooperation, a joint effort, a group of people working together for a common purpose. Many important goals in life cannot be achieved by one person acting alone. Reaching these goals requires the help of others who are willing to do their part. One player cannot win a baseball game. It takes 9 players working as a whole. A family is a team too, as in also. Each member has a part to play to make the family the best it can. To cooperate, you must be willing to work with others. So let's look at some of the sayings from cooperation. Here's one from South Africa. If you are in one boat, you have to row together. How about from West Africa? It takes a whole village to raise a child. That's the virtual village. Here's one from Frederick Douglass, 1847. We are one. Our cause is one, and we must help each other if we are to succeed. Another from East Africa. If the fingers of one hand quarrel, they cannot pick up the food. Let me read that one again. If the fingers of one hand quarrel, they cannot pick up the food. Let's see. Here's another. Let's see. This is from Zaire. Let the elephant fell the trees. Let the bush pig dig the holes. Let the mason wasp fill in the walls. Let the giraffe put up the roof. Then we'll have a house. Let's see. Here's another one. This one is anonymous. Even the sharpest knife blade cannot carve its own handle. Let me say that again. Even the sharpest knife blade cannot carve its own handle. I like that. Here's one just for you, Star. We can all sing together, but we can't all talk together. Here's another. Uh, After supper, Jamal started washing dishes because it was his turn. That's the way they did things. One day, Mama washed the dishes. One day, Sassy did them, and then Jamal. That's from Walter Dean Myers from Scorpions. Here's another section on courage and strength, and then I'll turn things back over to you. Then I'll come back with some more. So, courage and strength. Oh, first, let me go back for one moment to cooperation because I didn't show you the picture of cooperation in action. So this one is courage and strength. Courage, a quality that makes it possible for a person to face danger or difficulties without fear. Strength, the power to withstand or resist attack, force, strain, or stress without breaking or yielding. Fear often keeps us from doing what we have to if we are to succeed. Courage keeps us going. Dr. Martin Luther King continued to lead the struggle for human rights and justice, even though he faced death almost every day. Death threats did not stop Malcolm X either. Why were these two men able to stand tall in the face of danger? They both had courage. Courage helped them overcome the fear that could have stopped them from doing what they had to do. Strength, especially inner strength, kept them from giving up or cracking under the constant pressure they faced. So now I'm going to share a few sayings dealing with courage and strength. Lose not courage, lose not faith, go forward. Marcus Garvey. Don't let your enemies get in the way of your work. The Hausa. Hunger throws down even the strong warriors. That's from Zambia. The strong man is the man who can stand up for his rights and not hit back. Martin Luther King Jr., 1967. He who is not courageous enough to take risk will accomplish nothing in life. Muhammad Ali.
That part.
If he wasn't a coward, he wouldn't gang up on you. Malcolm X, 1965.
And that part too.
If you have never been sick, you boast of your strength. If you have never been sick, you boast of your strength. Traditional. Here's one. Strategy is better than strength. That's from the Hausa. Then I'm going to skip over here. One from Ethiopia. When spider webs unite, they can tie up a lion. And then there's a little synopsis here. This reads, gather up your courage. Fight, Jacob. Fight off the flames of all those bad feelings you carry inside. Believe in your strength. Believe in your love for your brother. Believe that you can save Pee-wee, and you will. That's from The Black Snowman by Phil Mendez. So I'll come back a little bit more with some more kids' book of wisdom. So turn things back over to you, Miss Starr.
That was sweet, like candy. I really enjoyed that right now.
Yeah, these are nice.
Great job there. Some of those quotes were I really enjoyed those as well, talking about courage, strength, and what I read, it's kind of like we're on the same path. Yeah, we just flowing with things. Those were definitely powerful. And let's go grab and see what some of our viewers are saying here. Of course, Mr. Off the Wall wants to know, are we dressing up for the Halloween show?
Yep. In African American culturally affirming characters, come join us.
Quentin says he's heard of some crazy things about some of the kids on the virtual school.
Yeah, me too.
Gary was in the building. He said, proud of you guys. Sorry he can't hang around long. He has an 8-year-old.
Yeah. That's why 8-year-olds should be up here with us.
Yes, definitely, definitely. It's a family affair. So bring I know that darling 8-year-old, so we got to get her up here. Um George, he says sensical things. So sometimes he said, donate, y'all, donate. And if you're interested in making a contribution to this hard work that we are putting in, you can make your donations at clevercommunities.org. Or if you are PayPal, we are donations at clevercommunities.org. And if you are a Cash Apper, then we are $Clever Communities. We make it easy for you to contribute to the work that we are doing for our community. Quentin says, "Old words, stop talking so loud. You make my electricity go shy high." We have, let's see, Tony says, "I like that. We can all sing together, but not talk together." Not sure why that was direct. Oh, because we can all sing together. Okay.
Yeah, it started off with singing. Yes. Yeah. Don't get sensitive on me now.
I'm not sensitive. I'm inquisitive. I'm inquisitive, not sensitive. And then we have George coming back as the resident hater, who says, "Put that weak bicep down." He was talking to me when you were talking about strength, and you were diligently reading. I displayed some strength here.
I was gonna have to, we were talking earlier about pumpkins and being out in the land, and so growing up next door, we used to play horseshoes. So my aunt and uncle, my father's sister, lived next door. We'd always go, my Uncle Brinkley and my father, my brother and I and others, we would play horseshoes in the backyard. And my Uncle Brinkley, whenever he was pitching a horseshoe, he would always have some saying, something from Ecclesiastes or Frederick Douglass or some saying like that. So one of the ones that my daughters always like that I use on them is, it's better to be thought a fool than to open one's mouth and remove all doubt. So I'll just leave that right there, okay?
Yes. Let me see. Did you bring your prop?
I need the down. I'll have it for you.
Okay.
Yeah. That's what I was gonna do, and I thought I was gonna be off screen, so I have to do it while I'm on screen.
Okay. All right. Cool. So I will dive right in, and then you can get that together. Rodney has something. He showed me something earlier today, and I was like, wow, that is amazing. So he's going to share that with you guys after I read another excerpt from We Rise, We Resist, We Raise Our Voices. So this one I'm going to read is called Dark Brown Skin is Beautiful. And it is by Eleanor E. Tate, and the photography is by Chester Higgins Jr. So like I said, this is a new one for me. I just got this in the mail today. So fresh off the mail, I'm going to read this one. I haven't read it yet, but I went through here, and this is definitely one that I want to read. In my novel, Thank You, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., fourth grader Mary Eloise Avery is dark-skinned. Not dark-skinned like mega singers Beyonce and Nicki Minaj. Dark-skinned like actress Lupita Nyong'o and Viola Davis, and writes like me. Dark brown skin is beautiful. Know it. Claim it. Yet too many dark brown skinned girls are bullied and ridiculed. Mary Eloise Avery wishes that she has pinkish tan skin like her new white classmate Brandy has, or at least light brown skin like her nemesis Libby Burns has. Mary Eloise's mother has even called her an ugly old black thing. This gets my pressure up. You can try to defend yourself from other kids by fighting back with words or fists, or try to ignore the dark-skinned verbal abuse. But when your own relatives in your own household, I don't like that. Okay, I can get through it.
Just keep going, then we'll analyze when you get done.
You can try to defend yourself from other kids by fighting back with words or fists, or trying to ignore the dark-skinned verbal abuse. But when your own relatives in your own home call you ugly black thing, charcoal, blue black, ruined crow, and worse names, what can a kid do? Sometimes relatives defend their insults by saying such name calling is keeping it real or that this verbal abuse will toughen you up. Yeah, right. My mother and sister were light brown skinned. Mother would say, "We never held it against you that you were dark." Well, thanks. But my mother would also say, "You're so dark, your face is so greasy." People don't like dark, greasy colored girls because I was so dark. She said I couldn't accomplish anything that girls of lighter hue could. So I shouldn't even try. It didn't matter that I was smarter and had more ambition than many of them. I learned something from my experiences. By the time I turned 15, I had developed a simple, secret, radical plan to get away from my mother's perpetual dark skin beatdown. I claimed the beauty of my dark skin. I studied hard. I got a little part-time job. I saved my money. I learned practical skills. I cried a lot, but I kept on trying. By the end of my book, Mary Eloise Avery learns from her experiences too. Although she is still young, she learns about skin color and self-esteem. We have to learn to be our own best friends first. Her dark-skinned grandmother, Big Mama, tells her, and do what we can to work on being good to ourselves. This is my hope for you. Be good to yourself. Keep loving your dark skin. Prepare for your present and your future by affirming your self-worth now, not based on skin color or any other superficial or shallow physical standards, but rather affirm it in the words of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., who said, "I have a dream that my 4 little children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. If you can survive your relatives' in-home bullying about your skin color, you will surely survive out in the world." I did. All right, that was a hard read for me. I didn't know that it was gonna be like that. Okay, let's examine this one.
Well, let me say this to you. It's interesting. As we started the show, I was talking about how hard you work and how dedicated and committed you are to, culturally affirming literature and speaking to the broad strength that is represented in the African American community. You and I were having a conversation about some of that very topic Sunday afternoon, if you remember, because I was driving and we were talking about preparing and some work that we needed to get done for the upcoming season. And one of the things we started talking about was colorism and what did it mean and how did we uplift it and affirm it as part of this virtual village. And it was interesting to me watching you read that and the various emotions that I know you were dealing with, in particular as the author was describing different coping mechanisms, I guess, if you will, and just knowing how important it is to you in the work that you're doing with Clever Communities in Action, that that our beautiful skin and our beautiful culture is recognized for the asset and the strength that it is. And I know how important it is for you and to us that we don't feel the need to apologize for that. So, I'll let you go from there. But as you were reading that, I was reflecting on our hour-long conversation that we were having on Sunday about some of the things in that very story that you read.
Yeah, I appreciate that, and I don't play that, and I feel that as a community, as a society, but definitely as a community, we need to check ourselves on that. We definitely have to think about, there are so many things historically that have led, not just us, colorism is global. But if we're talking about right here, this community right here, right now, if we're going to narrow that scope right here, we have to check that. There are a lot of things that have happened to people to make them feel that way. But one of the best things that we can do when it comes to dealing with our youth is to break those patterns. So a lot of us have been taught, and some people by default, without even thinking about it, believe that having this, the title of this is Dark Brown Skin is Beautiful, and that's why I selected to read it. And I did not know that it was going to, hurl those horrible things that the author said the mother was saying to the child. But that is not uncommon, unfortunately, and that is something that happens. That Frederick Douglass said it is easier to build strong children than to repair broken men. So we want to make sure that we are raising and building strong children. And so that means that every piece of our beautiful brown babies, we have to affirm that in them. And it is not a farce. It is one of the things that really hurts me about colorism, since we get ready to have this conversation, is obviously I hate the damage that it does to the person who is being affected by it, the person who these horrible things are being yielded towards, wielded towards, but nonetheless, I don't understand. Dark brown skin, dark skin, coal black skin is beautiful. Like I totally, like we have been robbed. It is like, that is insane to me. Like I get what happened here, but it is just like such a tragedy to me, because I'm like, that is such a farce. Like I can't understand how people even think that dark skin is ugly skin. Like we run a gamut, I say from onyx to beige, black is beautiful in every shade, but we tend to understand and affirm one side of the shades. But the other side over here with the darker skin, I do not understand. Like there is nothing unattractive, negative, or bad about dark skin. Like it is beautiful. It is just strange to me that, I'm not putting this on people who are dark skinned, but I'm saying that the society did this and made us believe that our dark skin is not beautiful. Like it's amazing. It's actually amazing. And, we are being robbed to not revel in that, into something that is beautiful, that is unique, that is powerful, that is coveted, that is stolen a lot of times. So yeah. And again, as adults, we have to be cognizant of that. We have to affirm our children. We have to affirm each other. And if you are a person who uses negative words, if you are telling Black children that they need to come inside and get out of the sun before they get any darker, if you have anything negative to say about a Black child because of their skin, then you need to check yourself right now. And I guarantee once you check yourself, you'll probably have a happier life. You'll probably, as a Black person, if you are saying that, if you cleanse your thoughts and you come from a culturally informed and a perspective of loving yourself and your culture and who you are, you will be a more delightful person. But you must stop, because it's abuse. And what we also have to do is call people out who do it as well, because I am an avid caller outer of that. Like if you do that in front of me, I don't care. And I am from the South. I am from Alabama. I am taught to respect elders. It is very difficult for me to have to check an elder. But if you're 80 and you are telling a Black child that it is something wrong with their skin, pause, stop it. Like Miss such and such, we're going to have a talk about this, okay? Because we're not going to be tearing down our children. We're not going to do that. And we're not going to have any Black babies running around thinking that there's anything wrong with their skin or their hair. Don't do it. Stop it. And definitely don't do it around me. Don't do it around me, okay? Don't do it around me. All right.
So I go to the villagers out there. I knew where this was going, because I'm telling you, I had this conversation for at least an hour on Sunday, and the passion that you are hearing right now, y'all hear, I'm just silent, right? Because I knew it was coming, and but no, that's real. These are the types of conversations that we're having. They are raw. They deal with real issues we know we need to deal with. We know the impact that they have on children. Or maybe I take that back. Maybe even still in 2020, we don't know the impact that it has on children, since we're still dealing with the nonsense. But we talked about
it's not an issue now. I've heard people say it's no longer an issue. And while I'm seeing things in ads and I'm seeing, more, because you have social media and the ability to, choose the content that you view, or we can put stuff out. But what you're up against is hundreds of years of the contrary. So you can't correct something that has been done for hundreds of years in 5 years. But nonetheless, it is of all of our responsibility. And we have to get comfortable with being uncomfortable. You got to get comfortable with knowing how to check people. And checking them doesn't always mean that you're cursing and fussing or whatever. I like to ask people questions. I like to ask people, what makes you feel that way? Why do you believe that there's something wrong with her dark skin? Why do you believe that there's something wrong with his dark skin? Where did that perspective come from? And so there are multiple ways that you can do that, and there are definitely ways that you can counter that. And I think also I say that we have to be comfortable with practicing guerrilla love when it comes to, they talk about guerrilla war tactics. So we do guerrilla love tactics when it comes to our babies. So not too much can you ever say, your skin is beautiful, just out of nowhere, because I do it. I'll see little baby girls and little baby boys out somewhere. I don't know you, but I'm like, your skin is beautiful. Your hair is beautiful. I do it in grown Black people too sometimes. So guerrilla love is what we have to practice. And be passionate about it, because we deserve that. We deserve that for ourselves. We deserve that to one another. We know what has been done to make us feel otherwise. So go hard. They went hard with the propaganda to try to make us feel negatively about how we look, the beautiful things that we have genetically. So go hard with countering it. Go hard. Be comfortable with it. If you're not comfortable with it, get comfortable with it. It can't do anything but help. It can't do anything but help. There's a beautiful baby boy girl right now wrestling with their beautiful skin, and you may encounter them and not know it. So just affirm them all the time, because our skin, is, when we look in the mirror, it's the first thing that we see. You can't get around it. It's not trivial. It's not superficial. It's what we see in the mirror. And so if there is a child who feels like there is something wrong with that, it is hard for that child to move forward and believe in him or herself as a result of that. And the only thing I'm going to say, when Dr. King said to not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character, that is fine. But our skin is great. It is not something that we need to downplay or shy away from. It is not all that you are as a person. There are a lot that makes you up as a human being, as an individual, but nonetheless, there is no need to shy away from that. Your skin, your epidermis, your outer layer is wonderful. It is fantastic. Okay. So, all right. I'm ready for all of those things that I was trying not to cry, like, because I don't do that. I'm for real on everything. I don't do that.
Well, I'll say to you, I'll share publicly what I shared with you on Sunday, that at the appropriate time we'll have to get Dr. Frederick Quarles to come up here and talk about his cousin, Dr. Francis Cress Welsing, and we can have a whole lot of conversation around melanin and how it is perceived and power and a whole lot of things. So absolutely.
Yeah.
You want me to go back to some wisdom?
Yeah. Get my pressure down real quick.
Oh man. Well,
while you are finding the excerpt, okay. I'm gonna grab.
You go ahead. Go for it.
All right, let me see. We're gonna go back to, we got Tanya here, who is a writer from the beginning. Tanya, when we first started this thing out in early mid-March, and we were going twice a day. For those of you who are new to the Literacy Game, to the Virtual Village, we've been doing this since March. And in March, we were doing it twice a day. And then we went to once a day, and that was every day, Monday through Friday, all the way through the end of June. Then July, August, and now we've been on Thursdays. Like I said, we got some new things coming up. So you guys be on the lookout for that. Some things are about to change, and the familiar things that you love will still be here. And we cannot wait to have Tanya back again. She is an OG to the Literacy Game. She helped us get this thing started. So we cannot wait to have you back. Quentin says that's hurtful to tell a child or a person. It is beyond hurtful. It's damaging. It is damaging. It is something that scars a person's soul to say something like that, and to be blessed with such a beautiful brown child, and you're gonna say something like that. Don't say it in front of me. George says, Rodney, go get a snack. Stop
Hey, look. Since we talk about music, who is it? Is it Bill Withers that says, if it feels this good being used, then keep on using me up. So you go get your snack. I'm all right.
George put out another reminder. Donate, y'all. Support the cause. Support the cause. Y'all be in food line and they say you want to donate to some random national organization you never heard of. And then y'all be like, sure, round it up. Round it on up here to people who are doing the work in our community. Again, clevercommunities.org. And every little bit helps. We are doing a lot. And we have a lot of wonderful things coming up. Ooh, I'm just so excited. I got to hold my lip. I can't tell everything because it's more things. But yeah. And we're so glad to have everybody here tonight. Quentin says, yes, Rodney, you just nailed it. Star's expression showed us her strength and her grit. Quentin, they got me with that book. I didn't know. Her passion. George says, love it. The powerful sermon is everything. Quentin says, on a real note, this is something that is going on around the world, and some people bleach their skin because of what they were told as kids. So true. It's a global thing. It is a global thing. Definitely. And Tiffany Buffalo said, preach. Yes, sis. Yes. And George said, Star, show them hands, Star. Show us a shadow combo. Not on the show. Not on the show. Jatoria says, I donate every time I purchase from Amazon. You can too. Sign up. Thank you, sis. All right. So let me tell you all about that real quickly. So Amazon Smile, thank you, sis, is a way in which you can support our cause. And all you have to do is just sign up for Amazon Smile. If you want to do that, you can right now, when we get off here, go to smile.amazon.com and you go and you find Clever Communities in Action and say that you want to support us. And from that point on, every time you order from Amazon, a portion of the proceeds, they don't take anything from you. Just if you buy $5 worth of things or $5,000 worth of things, a portion of those proceeds will go towards our organization. And that is every time when you go on Amazon, just go smile.amazon.com once you register us. It's in my browser now. Like anytime I go to Amazon, it's going to be smile.amazon. And it is the same thing. It's just the way that they can know that you are supporting this charity, and you can tell other people about it as well. If you would like to do that and you have any questions, feel free to drop a comment here. And I will send you the link, or you can message either one of us and we will send you a link. But that is an easy way to support the cause. Thank you so much, sis. We appreciate that. I didn't even know that. That feels good. George says donate cans of greens as well, non-perishables. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Greenbacks.
And Quentin says, oh, okay, got you. Quentin says could have done that yesterday. No time like the present. No time like the present. Okay. So get on that Amazon at smile.amazon.com, and we would appreciate you, and tell your friends and your family and tell them to tell a friend. Okay. Appreciate it. George says every time. I cannot deal with this human.
But actually, you know what? But hold on, let me pause there for a minute, because I think I may have said this some months ago. When my mother would take me when she would go grocery shopping and take me along, that's where I learned a lot of words to read in math. So we would go down the grocery store line, and I would grocery store aisle, and she would pick a can of something, and I would have to read the ingredients on the can out loud to her, even if others were watching in the store. And to this day, one of the things I always know how to do is to go in there and you can look on the label and see what the price per ounce is, what the price per pound is, and be able to calculate whether or not you're getting a real good deal or not. So while he's talking about buying a can of Gory Greens can teach a baby how to read, that's real. And it also can teach a baby how to do math if you work with that child as a parent and as an adult. That's real. So I accept that.
And yes, oh yes, that's excellent that your mother did that. I love it. And then Tony says, awesome. I order almost every week. Yes, well, we appreciate it. Again, y'all can just go to smile.amazon.com and put in Clever Communities in Action. As a matter of fact, I need to drop the link for that when we get off here. But again, it's just smile. I can give you a direct link, but you can go to smile.amazon.com and just find us. Put us in Clever Communities in Action. And then every time you get ready to go to Amazon, just do smile.amazon.com. Your browser will start doing that anyway. And there's nothing different. All the same things are up there. That's just how that's how their system works to make sure that a portion goes to us. So we don't have that much time left, but I think we have enough time for some more wisdom. Okay.
Yes.
So I'm going to do the final reading of the evening, and I'm going to stick around to soak up some of this wisdom.
So this is a great book. So I'm gonna share some more at another time. But right now I'm going to touch on the section of trust. They have the definition: trust, to have faith or confidence, to be honest, truthful, and reliable. And again, this is written for children. Can you be trusted? If a friend tells you a very important secret, can you keep it? A person who can be trusted is reliable, honest, and dependable. Suppose a classmate at school loses a sum of money and you find it. Would you give it back? Would you keep it? A trustworthy person would give the money back to the rightful owner. Are you trustworthy? So now let's read some of the sayings. Fishes swim towards those of the same size. Fishes swim towards those of the same size. That's Yoruba. You get that one? You swim to a fish that's too large, you might get consumed. Okay. Here's another. One man you can trust is better than an army of cowards. That's from Egypt.
For real.
The best way to keep a secret is to not tell it to anyone. Swahili. A liar has a short life. Egypt. Does the mosquito thank you for your blood? Swahili. Only a fool believes everything he is told. Here's another. In the bush, trust no one you do not know. That came from Alex Haley. You better not shake hands with a crawfish. Every goodbye don't mean I've gone. Every shut eye ain't sleep. I heard my grandmother say that all the time. When your hand is in the leopard's mouth, be careful how you pull it out. From Liberia. We decide our affairs, then rest them with God. The measure of a man is in the lives he's touched. Ernie Banks. And then here's a little closing synopsis or closing message. Mike put his arms around his mother. Maybe he could make her understand. He hugged her hard. That's what she had done, hugged him. Sharon Bell Mathis from the book, The 100 Penny Box. So again, like I said, this is a nice little book here. And like I said, it has all kinds of different sections that it covers, and some good words of wisdom and some little snippets thrown in as well. So this is
I have that book and I have not gone through it. I've had it for a while, so now
okay.
I make good use of it. That was good. Thanks for alerting me to that. Again, a lot of sayings there that I think are really good. I'll go through it and then I'll start incorporating some of them.
I don't know what section this is in, but since I know we're close to the top of the hour and you like music, I just happened to open the page to this one. So you'll never miss the water till the well goes dry. You'll never miss your baby till she says goodbye. All right now.
All right, man. I love it. I love it. I definitely do. I have a question that is kind of offbeat, but that's what I do. What's the plural of fish?
Fish.
Okay. Didn't it say fishes?
Well, I don't know. I may have said fishes.
People
But,
say that. No, people say that.
oh, it does say that. It says fishes. It did say that. But you
Mhm.
know, if I imagine if you're talking about various species of fish, then it may be appropriate to say fishes.
Just ask. Just ask. We don't have to go far with it. I
Well,
just
again,
ask.
these are old sayings, and no, not every saying is written in the
Pay me no mind. Pay me
yeah,
no. Pay
yeah,
me no
yeah,
mind.
yeah.
But the quotes were wonderful. The story was wonderful. The quotes were, you were just supposed to laugh at that, right?
Yeah, I know. I'll leave this for you then. How about this? Do not be like the mosquito that bites the owner of the house. How about that?
Yeah, and then you asked about the mosquito spanking you for something. I know it's
That's
a
a good one.
metaphor,
Yes.
but I really went back to my childhood and thought about all those mosquito bites from Gaston in Talladega, Alabama, and I was like, no, I never got to thank you. I never got to thank you. But there are human mosquitoes out there. Yeah, yeah. I hear your quotes. I do.
So if I made just a little infomercial, so for all of you that have been sending wonderful messages today and have been part of Virtual Village and been tuning in, just want to remind you we have a place for you in the fall. So I want you all to look out for. You're going to get a sign up genius request from us, and so we need you all to come back and share your wisdom, read for the children, read for the village, share your thoughts. So we're going to be right back in action. Quentin mentioned earlier about a lot of things going on with this virtual learning. Uh, More than ever, we need our village to be there for one another, to be looking out for our children and be looking out for each other in the village. Part of that is going to be making sure that our next phase of this virtual village is available for you, for our children, and for our families. And as Ms. Starr says, she has worked on some very nice additions that are going to be very important to the literacy efforts, not only for our children, but for those of all ages. We need you. We need you to keep this going. We need you. We need your support. We need your engagement, and we need you more than just on the screen in terms of providing messages on Facebook and YouTube. We need you up here with us, allowing the children to see the number of adults out there who care for them that they may not even know about. So please, 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 when the message goes out and the call goes out, please respond so we can share more love to our children in the village at this time. Infomercial over. Back to you.
Well, that was a great infomercial. Such a great job you did there. I'm gonna grab some more comments and then we're gonna get on out of here. Hate to leave you guys, but we're gonna have to go. Quentin, shout out to Quentin. He said Amazon is set up to donate. I'm giving you a virtual high five and a virtual pound. Okay, we appreciate that. And if you could tell somebody else about it, how simple it was, we'd appreciate that too. We love that. Tiffany says she is set up on Amazon. Much love to our village. Thank you, sis. Thank you both. Virtual high five and a pound to you, sis. Yes. Quinn says it changed to fishes. I love them people. I love y'all. I mean it. He said as a kid, I remember when they changed it. Did it hurt your nerves? Because when I hear it, it just kind of, but it's all right. It's all right. Tiffany gave us the hearts. Appreciated. Appreciated. Love you, sis. And Jessica Sanchez says, thank you, emphatically. Thank you too, sis. And Quentin says, I didn't know y'all were out of Norfolk. That's my hometown. Norfolk, VA. Yes. Where are you now? Where are you now? Let us know where you are now if we can catch it before we get out of here. But again, it has been delightful to have you all tuned in. The new format that's coming up, as Rodney said, we definitely want you guys here reading, signing up to read. This is a family affair. If you have children, you can bring them up here with them or have them come up here by themselves. And if you are not familiar with the format, we've had so many children that come up here to read. And always parents tell us after the fact that if their children were nervous, that they weren't nervous after the fact, because the village, we take our time with them. And the village takes their time and affirms them so much. So it does not matter what level of reader, what type of reader, a speed reader, a not speedy reader, whatever it is, we encourage everybody to come up here to read, to tune into reading. And then we also have some other fun things that we're going to be adding to the mix as well. Some things you guys have not seen from us yet, but that are definitely going to have a strong impact. Please take the time to share this as well so other people can know what we have going on. Literacy is the foundation of learning. And we talked about the importance of loving the skin we're in, affirming who we are. So this is all about culturally affirming literature here. It is a fun, safe space for everyone, but it is definitely a fun and safe space to affirm Black history and culture through Black literature, okay? And let's see, Quentin says that he is in Charlottesville and he has family in North Warri High and Lake Taylor High. Lake Taylor, LTHS. I'm a Titan. I'm a mighty, mighty Titan. All right. Yes, I am. I love it. I love it. Titans in the building. Okay. So this was wonderful. Thank you all so much. And we forgot. I'm surprised, Rodney, that you didn't.
Thank you. I know. We're going to leave it going out.
You did not get on me when we started today, but we are going to make sure that we get out of here the right way. So we appreciate you all. We love you all. Thanks for tuning in. We play back our old shows right now until the new season starts on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday. So you can catch those. And we'll see you again next Thursday. Y'all have a great night. Peace.
Look, mommy, community in action. But oh my, let us sound of that. Look, daddy, there's a book for me too. But oh my, let us sound of that. Creative, affirming, and culture for me too. Look, granny, and let us sound of that. Look, granny, and let us sound of that. Look, granny, and let us sound of that. Learning, exploring about history, you see. Look, mommy, and let us sound of that. We confident, we practice, and develop fluency. Look, daddy, and let us sound of that. Families, they bond and they representing me. Look, granny, and let us sound of that. Look, I'm here, let us sound of that. Nice, I see, let us sound of that. So reliable, culturally relevant. Sit back and listen to the wisdom while we represent. So reliable, culturally relevant. Readers and leaders, they hold it down where they have to sit. So reliable, culturally relevant. Sit back and listen to the wisdom while you represent. So reliable, culturally relevant. Readers and leaders, they hold it down, yeah, they have to sit. Look, mommy, community in action. Well, oh my, let us sound of that. Look, daddy, there's a book for me too. Well, oh my, let us sound of that.